Excellent. I'm so happy to hear you. If you could give advice, if there's somebody out there, whether they have a physical disability that's on the surface or whether they are just scared to follow their dream, what kind of advice can you give them to pursue it?
I always think it's like listen to yourself and not, what other people say. And I would say that, and the funny thing is that I did an interview recently and they asked me about that and geared it toward people with disabilities. And I said, I really think this is something that is for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's what's interesting about it. There are people that I know that are, able-bodied people that, don't do much of anything.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody, I feel, is good at something. You know what I mean? It's like the music business. Everybody wants to be a producer.
Mm-hmm.
But not everybody's cut out for it. When I was a kid, I wanted to be an artist like my brother. But I couldn't do it. It just wasn't in me. I tried. But I couldn't force it. And I was trying to draw and paint and it wasn't happening. And then when I found music, it just came naturally to me. And I think everyone is good at something. But even if you're good at math, I don't know,
Yeah.
Everybody's good at something, and you should follow what that is no matter what people say. I mean, I think owning your own life is very important for anyone, and saying this, nobody else has to do this but me. I'm the one that has to get up in the morning and deal with my life. And I don't mean deal in a bad way. I mean, I have to live my life.
Yeah.
And I want to live it the way I want to. And, and obviously people are in different kinds of situations, and there might be different levels of what people can and cannot do.
Mm-hmm.
But, whatever you think you're capable of doing, I think people should go for it. And don't let anyone, I've never let anyone tell me you cannot do this, because I would flat out refuse to even hear them. I would say no, because I've proven it. I'm still not where I want to be. And someone recently asked me, I was talking about my grandmother who had said, you find your own limits. And it dawned on me literally the other day, and I thought to myself, I hope I never find that. I know it's deep.
No,
it hit me, and I was like,
cool.
I don't want to find my limits. Like, I don't want to be like, oh, that's it, I can't do anymore. And I remember years ago I never would have thought, not just, everything I've done has obviously led to this point, us even sitting here. And years ago, I think even when I was in college, I coined the phrase, I said, they'll have to build a ramp at the Grammys.
Nice.
Because I was like, I was watching okay, these people got to walk up some steps to, I was like, well, that's going to be bad, because if I'm going to win, I'll probably be waiting backstage. So I'm going to know I'm going to win, because I'm already backstage.
Yeah. And
I got to come out. I said, they're going to have to, so when I show up at the Grammys and they have a ramp, I'm like, ooh, I might win tonight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and the thing is like, all the things that I've done have led to some tremendous things that I would never thought, even signing with Timbaland's people and working with big name artists and being around them, and, I don't think I ever would have thought it, but I think just my belief in what I do and what I love to do is just that strong that nobody can stop it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always just been like, wow, that's just what he does, he's going to be up there, I even found out, I will be on the cover of Urban Mogul magazine in January.
Okay,
so,
January, check that out.
UrbanMogulMagazine.com. Thank you, Mo. There's no competition there, okay? No media competition.
No.
Okay, good. And that's all I have to say about that. That's my Forrest Gump thing.
Gotta love that too.
Yes,
love
that's
Forrest.
my favorite movie.
Well, I really like that not finding your limit thing, because at EndeavorFreedom.tv and a lot of the other individuals that we work with really embrace the Christopher Reeves movement. What happened with Christopher Reeve, and how people started to turn their heads and go, oh, spinal cord injury, but he's somebody we know, and this happened to him,
right.
And his whole outlook was go forward.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that's beautiful. No matter what, no matter if you have gotten to the top of where you think you're going, you can always go forward. And that's kind of like what you said about not having the limits there, because you can always reach for something more.
Always, yeah. And I think that's interesting what you touched on, because I actually mentioned that to someone recently about that. It's like no matter where you're at, no matter what your situation is, as long as you're moving forward, you're moving forward. Just don't move backwards. You know, if you can't, if you can control it, don't move backwards. And also, if I may mention another thing you touched on, which kind of made me think, because you were talking about something happening to someone we all know. What I think is cool about, you know, someone in our situation doing something like I'm doing or whatever, you know, is, you know, I'm making my way in a business where it's so much image and perfection and all this. And, you know, I'm not going to be an artist. I'm no Diddy. Sorry, Diddy. I love you. Okay. So, you know, but it's like, that's what's so cool about it is that, you know, I've been in magazines and all these things because of my music and not because of what I am physically. And that's what's cool about it is like, I think the biggest impact that it has, I mean, besides just the music itself, is people looking at it and saying, you know what, I don't think I'm going to look at somebody the same way again. Because everybody's guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. I've looked at people and said, okay, I got them pegged by looking at them, by looking at what they're wearing, or the way they have their hat, you know, and whatever, you know, just anything. But that's what I love about it, is that there are people that had known me for a while, and then when I popped up in, like, Urban Hits magazine in Australia and a couple other things, and they were just like, I never thought in a million years this is what you did. You know what I mean? They thought they had me pegged, you know? I'm like, you don't know. And that's what I love about it, too, is, like, you just never know. And I thrive on that. I gotta be honest with you. I love it when people see it and they, I would never have thought this is crazy, you know? But it's a good thing. I think it's a beautiful thing.
Well, great, Simon. It's been absolutely a pleasure talking to you, and I can say on behalf of myself, as a DJ and also EndeavorFreedom.tv, we are looking forward to having you in the Atlanta area and bringing your talent to Georgia, and I'm sure we're going to hear so much more from you in the very, very near future.
Oh yeah.
And we look forward to it. So, ladies and gentlemen, my name's Kristina Shepard, and I was here with Simon Illa, record producer and out of Philly right now, but coming to Atlanta. So keep a lookout for his music. You can catch him on MySpace, and he said that earlier, myspace.com/Simon Illa, and he's also got a website, simonilla.com. So check it out and keep on the lookout. This is Kristina Shepard with EndeavorFreedom.tv, and we're out.
Oh yeah, that one was good.
EndeavorFreedom.tv is a non-profit media network for people with disabilities run by people with disabilities. The goal is to bring awareness of the disability community through video, film, photography, poetry, sport, and print to create a space that honors the diversity and reflects the many experiences of the world at large. If you have limitations and want an outlet to express your creativity, to show the world what you can do and what is possible, visit www.EndeavorFreedom.tv and watch the horizons expand.